Yet Protagoras does say that what seems true to anyone is true for him to whom it seems so. Do people agree with Protagoras? And what are the implications if we do not? Either what we think is always true, or what we think is sometimes true. If what we think is sometimes true, it contradicts the theory of Protagoras. If what we think is always true, then ironically, what we think cannot always be true, because one of the things we think is that ignorance, conceived as false belief, exists among us. In other words, how could we always be right if one of our beliefs is that we are sometimes wrong? The theory of Protagoras is self-nullifying. That is to say that if the theory is taken as consistently true and applied to itself, the implication is that it is false. Socrates makes the argument by saying that if Theodorus, to whom he is speaking at this point, forms a judgment and expresses it, others may form a judgment about his judgment and disagree. So is the judgment of Theodorus true for him and false for the others, as the theory of Protagoras seems to imply? Socrates asks, what then is the consequence for Protagoras himself? It involves a really exquisite conclusion. Protagoras, for his part, admitting as he does that everybody's opinion is true, must acknowledge the truth of his opponent's belief about his own belief, where they think he is wrong. That is to say, he would acknowledge his own belief to be false if he admits that the belief of those who think him wrong is true.